Hi, my name's Allie. I handle communications and marketing at Y.O.U, and I'm so excited to share with you this very special edition of our Y.O.U Stories series. Y.O.U Stories can be any story that highlights an engaging experience that an individual had in a Y.O.U program. This can include program participants, alumni, volunteers, or staff, anyone in between. Y.O.U believes that we are an essential part of the workforce ecosystem in Northeast Ohio. So we wanted to create a platform to be able to share these incredible stories with our community. Today, I got to speak with Nezerae. She's a summer jobs alumni who was immediately promoted by her program facilitator at her summer jobs site, the Cleveland Police Foundation. I got to catch up with Nezerae about everything from her first summer job with Y.O.U to her current leadership position with the new Cleveland Freedom Project. We also got to discuss what it was like to have her mentor and supervisor, Angela Bennett, believe in her and continue to promote her through multiple positions. And last but not least, ultimately, what it felt like for Nezerae to now become the caring adult, making a difference in a young person's life after so many caring adults had done that for her. So it's Nezerae, right?
Yes.
And Nezerae, how old are you now?
I am 19.
Awesome. And you're in college?
Yes.
Where do you go to school?
I was attending Kent State University my first semester, but now I'm attending Tri-Cities just so I can be close to home.
So were you in the summer jobs program, right?
Yes.
And you were were you at the Cleveland Police Foundation?
Yes. So it all transpired my 8th grade year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how it happened. I'm not even gonna hold you. I had got in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
I got sent to the office my 8th grade, in 8th grade. And this person told me, why don't you sign up for Y.O.U? I had never heard about Y.O.U. And I was like, sure. It was like, it's a paid summer program. I'm like, okay. So I signed up. And next thing you know, once I went through the orientation and all of that, then I saw where I got placed. And that was like my first year in it. So everyone excited for like the end of the orientation to see where you're going to get placed. Some people said daycare. Some people said this, that, and that. And mine said Cleveland Police Foundation. I was just like, huh? I was confused. So I was just like, well, it's okay. And I had started the program that summer, and I was so shy. It was like a group of 50 to 60 kids. And I was just like, there's no way a kid like me finna go through this. There's no way. So I stayed for a week. I'm like, okay. So then that's when our groups were separated and I started feeling more comfortable from who I was around. My boss made me feel more comfortable. That's Miss Angela Bennett. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, maybe I can get through this. Maybe I can. We went on college trips. We did a lot. And I was just so surprised how we got paid to learn and experience new things. I was just like, you know what? I like this. I was just like, I'm coming back next year. I'm coming back. And next, I came back the following year. Same thing happened. And my boss pulled me to the side. She was just like, next year I have something big for you. And I was just like, okay, blah, blah. Not paying it no mind. I'm a high schooler. I really don't care. And then the following year, which was, I believe, my sophomore year, after I finished sophomore year that summer, COVID summer, she picked me up and she was just like, a day before the program started, she was just like, you're a team leader. I said, huh? Because a team leader is a person who lead a group of kids. And I'm like, Miss Bennett, all these kids my age, how they going to listen to me? She said, Nezerae, you got it. Just believe in yourself. You got it. So I did it. It was a good experience, fun experience. Cause I'm very petite. I'm very short. I have a baby face. So I'm just like, there's no way. Mm-hmm. And my junior year, after I finished junior year that summer, I got told that I was a program assistant. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh shoot, I gotta start taking this like more and more serious. I was like,
Mhm.
they have to see something in me that I don't see in myself, because I'm like, you keep bringing me up to this level, and I'm just like, are you sure? Like, you sure? And everyone's like, I'm so happy you're a program assistant. I'm just like, okay, okay. So that year happened, and when I said I handled that year like a boss, I shocked myself. I was like, are you serious? I just literally led a group of 30 kids on my own. Like, she was there, but she was behind the scenes. Like, she did all the paperwork, this, that, and that. But I was the one leading them every day through their challenges and the field trips and all of that. And I was just like surprising myself. So last year, after my senior year, um, I was program assistant again. But this time it was someone over me, which was the program manager. So I was like, I wasn't used to that. I'm like, oh, they probably finna downgrade me, this, that, and that. But the summer worked out well. But then we got to the end of the program, and I was walking Miss Angela out, and then she turned around and she told me, she was like, oh, I meant to tell you, you'll be running the program next year. The girl that was over you, Miss Mary and Kat, they told me that you're fit enough to run the program. And I was just so shocked. I'm like, what? I was all over the place. So not only was I the youngest team leader, the youngest program assistant, I'm now running a program at 19 years old. Like, I was so shocked. And then Miss Bennett had called me, and she was like, we cut from the Cleveland Police Foundation, and now we're the Cleveland Freedom Project. And I was just like, whoa. I was like, okay, blah, blah. We got our own program. And I was like, well, how is it going to run? Is it going to run the same? She said, well, Nezerae is going to be a little different, except this time you're president. I said, huh? They just keep shocking me, like, president? Like, what do you mean? She said she wanted to be youth led. So I said, okay. And then we have an advisory council over us, which is her and two more people that's been through the program but know how to oversee it too. But yeah, I'm now running the whole program, and now this is the year I finally get to see like the behind the scenes work of Y.O.U. and what it takes and all the things. Oh Lord, so much. But I'm so proud of myself, and I'm the type of person that like I try to stay humble. I don't like try to brag about it, but like it's still mind blowing to this day, like how far I come in like 6 years. Yeah, that's kind of how it went.
I I do all the media, and I think it was 2 years ago. I went to the Cleveland Police Foundation, and for the final presentations, um,
Oh, the capstones?
yeah, the trifold boards.
Right.
And so I'm wondering if I have footage of you. Like, you were probably there 2 years
I
ago.
was most likely there. I think you talk about I had a green blazer on and all
Yeah.
black, and I was just running around telling the kids, you got this, you got this, you got this.
I feel like you're in our commercial.
I am in the commercial.
You have a big smile on your face. Cool.
Yep, that's me.
Awesome. Awesome. I remember I was so impressed. I walked out of there, like the energy of the youth. Everyone was so happy and silly.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like they drowned it at first. It was like a project. We gotta do this. We gotta do this. And
Hmm.
then once we get towards the end and they see everyone capstone and how they compete, I'm like, listen, y'all better want to go top. It's a money prize. And then that's when everybody got ready. We gonna beat y'all. We gonna beat y'all. But yep, it definitely shifts. It definitely shifts.
Where did that energy come from? Because you're part of the leadership. There was something that you instilled in the participants that helped them make that shift.
Well, I mean, I just try to take it back to when I was in that place because I did not want to do no presentation. I was scared. Camera shy, all of that. Um, I just try to help them like throughout the weeks, like just let them know like I'm right by your side. Like you need anything, you're never alone. Just I want y'all to understand that. Like I'll go from table to table helping everybody out, and the day before capstones, I talked to my girls And then I talk to the boys. Like, I tell the girls, like, it's okay to feel overwhelmed, blah, blah, blah. If you need a break, just call me, blah, blah. Just sit down. And I just always give them that pep talk, which I definitely can't re-say right now, but when the time comes, it just come out. Like, I'll be ready to give it to them. The same thing with the boys. And the boys are emotional. They don't want to admit that. But I'm just like, yo, I got this. And then the day of, when you see all of them dressed up and they anxious, but they ready, we put them all in one circle. And then we go around. Well, we call it our village meeting. So we sit in a circle and we go around. What you happy for today? What could you do better? And we go around all in a circle. And then that's when I give my last pep talk. And I'm just like, remember, y'all got this.
Awesome. So tell me what, I mean, I know you don't fully know yet because it hasn't happened, but Cleveland Freedom Project, what's that going to look like? What is that? What is the project?
So the Cleveland Freedom Project is basically what we did the years before, but much bigger and brighter. This year we're focusing on social justice, like through science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics, like STEM. And I just know it's going to be a 7-week program where we're going to focus on college and career readiness through our high schoolers from the greater Cleveland area. And basically, I just feel like the program is going to enable youth to like co-build creative solutions that like affect social equality in the communities through technology infused projects based learning, you know. And we will be working at Case Western Reserve Think Box, I believe. I have yet to check it out, but I need to. So we're gonna be working through there. So they'll be able to be like bring out entrepreneurship because they will be making shirts. Like once we put them in our group, they have their own team design, team name. They'll be making buttons, and then at the end, everyone is gonna make a quilt, like a quilt piece for themselves, and we're gonna stitch it all together at the end. So it's one big quilt. So it'll be like a 40-piece palette. We're just trying to take it to a bigger space because this year we do plan on going on a trip for them to see Alabama State, like just like opportunities they might not get while they're in school, but they can get in the summer, you know?
Something that's really important to Y.O.U, like, our story is like, we provide the caring adult a lot of times. Like we provide the job, but it's, more than
Right,
that. Yeah. And now you've become that caring adult. Um,
right,
but I want to ask you about that. But before that, I heard you say that like before you started Y.O.U in 8th grade, you got in trouble. And that's when someone brought up to you, why don't you try this program? This is really important to us because part of our mission, part of what we share is that, we believe in 8th grade Nezerae. We believe in
right,
all these youth who like you had every capacity to succeed, but you didn't have the resources to get there. And all we did was
right,
provide you some steps, and then you were able to do all of these things on your own.
right.
Can you tell me like what you would do if you were the caring adult and you were talking to 8th grade Nezerae, like, cause you're doing that now already. Like, tell me a
Right.
little bit about that.
Well, I mean, in that situation, I got in trouble with a teacher. I'm a very like spoken person, so if I feel like something's wrong, I want to say something, you know. And when I got sent to the office, the woman that referred me to Y.O.U was a person I knew personally, but I haven't seen in years. Um, so when I saw her, I was pretty excited, and then she was like, "Nezerae, I know you're not getting in trouble," like that little mama speech, and then she was just like, "You should try Y.O.U. Like, you have something to do in the summer." I'm like, "No." And then she said, "Well, yeah, sign up right now." She watched me sign up through the whole process. And then she was like, "Okay." She was like, "I'll catch up with you later." And she left. But, I always look back at that as a second chance. And I take that with me. It's always people like kids, they don't have the support we give at home. And we never know that. Like, You never know what a person is going through just because they have a smile on their face or this and that. Sometimes it reflects in the way they act, the way they move. I remember that very bright and clearly because growing up, I didn't have my mom or dad. I was raised by my grandma. So of course my actions reflect off of that. But or used to reflect off of that. But I just know like kids go through a lot mentally, and most parents are not very supportive or look out for it. So during the summer, I just try to analyze everyone's first impressions, how they move, this and that, and I have my side talks, but I just don't think of giving up. I always use this quote, which is growth is the outcome, because like even if the 6-week program, I tell them when they first come in, you're going to be a new person by the end of the summer. Even if you grow 1 inch, growth is the outcome. That's all that matters. So that's how I take that ever since I learned that lesson out of 8th grade. When I was going through a tough time, I had a caring adult take me in their hands and invest in me. And now, 6 years later, I am that caring adult investing in kids that was my age or around my age. That makes me feel proud. It makes me feel really proud because just knowing I could make a change through kids' life is just it's very like heartwarming, because I know the way I speak to kids and the way I go about with training kids through the 6-week program is very different from an adult way, because not only was I in that position, I know how I would want to be talked to in that position. I know how to get to kids in another way that adults can't get to, mainly because I'm in between that area of adulthood and when I was a child. But it makes me feel really proud and makes me want to keep going, actually. I just think I can see myself in a much further place. Like, if I help one kid, I know I can help more.
So what are you studying at Tri-C, or like what do you want to do next?
Oh, I really want to be a journalist. I really do. That's why you keep my voice and stuff. But I really want to be a journalist. My main goal is to be a sports reporter. Hopefully, I really love basketball. Love watching basketball. Everything about sports, not all sports, but sports. I just love talking, basically, and I love writing. My 2 favorite things to do.
Thank you so much for listening to today's extra special Y.O.U Stories episode. And to get more information about Youth Opportunities Unlimited or to sign up for one of our programs, you can find us at www.youcle.org.